As you can see, there are 5 robots. Oh, one's jumping. Right. He's pushing the robots out of the way. Fireball. He's killing that robot. Fireball. Oh, there he jumps. Oh, he's jumping again. Right.
Jump forward.
Jump forward.
Well, that certainly seems very good.
As you can see, we've got some minor things we've got to look at. But it should be all fine by
It'll be in stores by Christmas.
We're here today at the battery shed where we're running a 32-hour game jam. So for the duration of this weekend, starting Saturday 9 AM all the way through to Sunday at 5 PM, we've got 30 people in the shed all working on video games that will be designed and built in that period of time.
Hi, my name's Nathaniel and our team is Team Totes Profesh. We started with a bit of a brainstorming session, what voices meant to us. Well, the first thing when we thought about voices that came up was Morgan Freeman. And so we're creating a game about Morgan Freeman where he is swamped by fans and he has to fend them off with his soothing tones.
Hi, oh, can I say it now? Yeah. Oh, sweet. Hi, I'm John, and my team is up, down, left, right, BA. And we're doing a game called Yell Fighter. So the theme is voices, so we took that theme quite literally. And we decided to make a game where you control the mechanics by using your voice. So our game is basically a rip-off of Street Fighter, where you control your moves by shouting out commands. For example, hit, kick, left, right.
The game we're working on is a platformer, and the idea of it is you play as a robot, and as you progress through the levels, you unlock, you get new recordings, and those recordings allow you to navigate more areas and that sort of stuff.
We've picked a game where the protagonist is an elderly lady who's trapped in a small room filled with mementos of her life. And so when you look at something, it might be a photo, of a wedding. You get a little bit of description about what goes on, and then you actually move into the wedding scene itself, and you can look around, you can see what's going on, and you explore that memory, that moment in that person's life.
So it's 10 o'clock on Saturday night. The game jam is still kicking on. We've had a couple of people go home at this point to get some sleep and recharge for the morning, but there are lots of people still working away. We've had a number of, just about every group is progressing well with their games. We've got a lot of working, playable prototypes up and running now. Some of them are already playing really well. Some of them are a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens overnight and what we have to look at in the morning.
It works.
Hey Troy, you get the coffee? That's good.
I often like to compare myself with great composers of the 16th century.
You just took a wild stab in the dark with that number, didn't you?
An educated guess. It's from ages ago. And that was ages ago. A lot of sugar.
Alright then. How's the game looking?
It's actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
I'll show you.
So you got a background.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I actually can't remember last
Jump.
time.
Jump. See, we've got graphics, we've got animations. Jump back. Whoops. Fireball. That his head kind of comes up a bit. Ignore that. Fireball. Fireball.
This seems to be sort of working.
Yeah, that's sort of. It's alright.
What else can you do?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
I think that as the Totes Profesh group, that we have made the best game. As ours is the only one with a functioning prototype and we haven't spent 9 hours making a game engine.
What do you think about that, John Kendall? Alright.
The restart button works, it's just the splash screen doesn't appear, and the restart button also follows Morgan Freeman on Twitter.
Go to sleep, Jeremy. It's Sunday morning now, and we've got about 6 hours left in the game jam. About 7 or 8 people have been up all night. A few of us have had an opportunity to go home and get a couple of hours sleep, but people are fairly wired and have been working pretty hard. I think most of the projects are coming together pretty well. We've probably got 1 or 2 that are going to struggle to get something really working properly before the deadline hits at 5 o'clock, but we've also got some that are kind of finished at this point. So what those teams are doing is starting to iterate. They're starting to actually polish their games up, play test them, make sure that they're really fun to play and that they work properly. And those teams are the ones that'll probably have the best chance when the judging starts, because they will have been able to put a lot more polish on their games. It's 4:45 on Sunday and we're 15 minutes away from the submission deadline. Everyone is frantically hammering away on their projects, trying to get them finished, and the next job is just to upload them to the website so that the judges can give them a look and decide who the winners are.
The game that we submitted was called The Greatest Voice of All. When we were looking at the theme voices, we thought the first thing we thought of for in a sort of teenage way was Morgan Freeman. We toyed around with the concepts of making a more serious game about voice and representation, but by the second hour we ditched that and decided to just go with our initial idea, Morgan Freeman.
The game we submitted well, it wasn't quite how we planned, I suppose. Turns out that building a networked beat 'em up with voice controls and a hardware activated scoreboard in 32 hours was a bit more than we actually had the capacity for.
We submitted the Adventures of Octowheel, which is a 3D platformer. I mean, It wasn't as complete as we'd hoped, but I think for the 2-day time limit, I think we did really well.
We managed to scrape over the line and get builds of our game uploaded with a couple of minutes to spare. It was a bit touch and go. Unfortunately, my productivity had lowered quite a lot and I wasn't in a position to offer the kind of help that I was hoping to offer to the rest of my team, but they were able to knuckle under, pull through and make sure that we dotted all the, well, most of the I's. I don't know if we crossed any T's, but we got something that's playable and I think it communicates what we were trying to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it's received and how things go. I'm also looking very much forward to getting some sleep.